What's up, guys? YGO Strat's going to be doing a quick ban list discussion for the Fall 2015 potential format. Typically, you'd have a ban list by October 1st, but with the soft ban list date, whatever, we might be getting one soon in the next week or so, especially now that YCS Dallas is done. I figure they'll be more willing to put that list out soon, assuming they're going to be doing an October area list. But first things first, although it was a little while ago, Satella Knights did in fact win World Championships, and as such, if they follow their history, Konami of America will destroy this deck. I kind of get the feeling that they'll be a little more lenient on these guys. I don't know why, I just feel they will. Either way, I'm figuring one of Altair, Deneb, or Alpha will be hit alongside Satella Knight Trevor. Trevor's more or less what won the MIT, and then these three cards are just the engine to get Trevor in some way or form. Deneb searches, so if they continue with their search smacking, it'll be Deneb, but Altair is what really makes their plays go off, so it'd be the smarter hit, quote unquote. And then, you know, Alpha is what keeps the deck so powerful. It's a plus negate anything, and getting it in the graveyard doesn't matter because Altair is it's a fantastic counter trap. It's arguably one of the best in the game, even if it is archetype specific, so I can see them smacking one of these three in Trevor in some way, either to 2 and then Trevor to 1 or something, I don't know. Another card they could smack is Rhoda, which would be unfortunate for so many decks, and I really kind of doubt they would in a way, but you never know. It's Co-Money. It'll do what it'll do. Other big players, Nekroz obviously is a strong contender. I still say Nekroz Unicorn could go to 1 if they want to smack that deck, just stop the recycling of things and all that. Or Valk, just because Valk is the new most expensive card. It's the draw power and the saving grace when you relieve yourself an open board. So one of these two, in my opinion, for Nekroz. For Shaddol, it's the same. I mean, it's mostly the same everywhere. El Shaddol Fusion and or El Shaddol Construct to 1. They're the two powerful cards in this deck. El Shaddol letting you fuse into whatever you want, quick play from your hand to save a construct or whatever, and construct being the next win condition. Like I said, it's the same format through and through. The only thing that happened is, sure, it got hit to 1, and it was like, well, this hasn't done anything. So, and I guess the Ball Chain got banned, but in terms of the big 5, nothing really big happened. For Burning Abyss, I still say one of these three will be hit, Sir, Graf, or Skarm. Skarm again being the Searcher, Sir letting you recycle your plays, and Graf letting you fetch what you need from the deck to go off like anything. Any of these going down to 2 or 1, particularly Sir, is going to hurt the deck if they really feel they need to hit it. It did just come in second place at YCS Dallas, so that is something to think about. I mean, other than that, new things that might get smacked. Cosmo is fresh, and while they're too fresh for me to say they're going to be hit, I do feel that if they're going to hit it, they'll probably smack Emergency Teleport. That'd be kind of weird, though. They did just print it in High Speed Rider, so that's probably helping them sell it. But they probably won't want to hit Cosmo directly, and there's just so few cards, and this is such a prominent one. And with, you know, Psy-Frame and Ritual Beast, it's seeing play in the metagame, so I can see this card getting hit. The now infamous Clown Engine, Trick Clown, Damage Juggler, and Hat Tricker are in pretty much every deck. Shadow Clowns, Nekroz Clowns, anything that can play clowns is playing it. It's just a free, easy rank 4 engine that's spamming the meta, including in the OCG, and just apparently will be for all of time. So while I don't see them hitting it in the sense that they haven't even done anything to it in the OCG, they could smack it here. You never know. I mean, it's being played in so many decks. They might decide, like, oh, Damage Juggler to 2. We stopped the engine. They're stupid like that sometimes, but personally, I don't see it getting hit. But if there is an engine to be hit in the game at this current state, clowns are it. And then, again, one thing I really don't think, but potentially, Infernoids did just go 16-0. Congratulations to Eric Christensen, but 16-0 is noteworthy. I mean, I made a video on it. Everyone's made a video on it. That's incredible. Incredible accomplishment. But if Co-Money is mean, they might smack something like Reasoning to 2 just to kind of, I don't know, validate hitting it somehow. I don't see it happening, but if they're going to hit Infernoids, it'll probably be Reasoning back to 2, which would be weird since they, you know, just brought it up to 3 for the deck, but Decatron is a little too fresh and too reliant on keeping the deck going to really hit it. And then in terms of things coming off the ban list, as always, pretty much the same, really. Party vote here, Zen Mighty can definitely come off the list. Go to 1 minimum, and if you really are scared about your hand loops, just ban Hunter and bring Zen Mighty to 3 and see what happens. Why not? It won't happen like that. Konami always goes 1, then 2, then 3 sort of thing, or at least 1 and then to 3 to test the water. So if that's going to come back, Hunter's going to have to go. Darkness Metal Dragon can probably come back up to 2 nowadays. The only real dragon decks running around are Red Eyes deck and Heretics. And I mean, Dragon Rulers are dead. The Super Poly's dead. Future Fusion's dead. Chaos Dragons aren't doing anything. Heretics aren't really doing anything. You can probably bring this guy back up to 2. There aren't actually that many dragon decks running around anymore, which is a bit of a shame, but you can probably see this guy coming back up to 2. Following in the path of the OCG, the 2 spell cards that were brought up to 2 were Mind Control and Book of Moon. Book of Moon was one I said last time. I could definitely see it coming to 2 for the reasons stated. It's so versatile, but it's a little bit slower, I guess, in the today's metagame. It's not seeing much play at 1 per se, or at the very least when it is seeing play, people aren't saying that it's a definitive winning factor in the deck. It might help you out in a duel, but I can see it going to 2 just to take it off the ban list. And then Mind Control as well. I'm not seeing it. I mean, I play it in my Synchron deck, and I can't think of anything else that plays it. So I can see this going up to 2 just because it's not seeing much play. Whether or not that's a valid reason for something to go up to 2 is something else entirely. I mean, if it does go up to 2, you might see a lot more people playing it. It will steal an opponent's monster to go into an easy rank 4, or, synchro, or do whatever you need to, attribute for a fusion maybe. You never know, but it could definitely probably come back up to 2, even if it has to go back down to 1 afterwards. Honest could come up to 3. I don't know why, and I really wouldn't like it that much, but Honest could potentially come up to 3. I want to say no overall, because now that Cosmo's out, they might not want that going crazy. It's already OTK centric with 2 Honests and all that nonsense. Wouldn't want to know what it looks like with 3. So that's an option. And then, I mean, other things, Stratos I wish, but I seriously doubt. I don't think it's coming off anytime soon. Dark Magician to Chaos, Chaos Emperor Dragon, obviously only once they get the erratas. Once they get an errata printed in the TCG, we'll get it back. Until then, they're banned. This card's seriously $40 right now. I might have to sell it if that's accurate. That's absurd. Other things, Feather Duster could come back, especially the more you go into a Pendulum dominated meta with Dimensions of Chaos just around the corner, and even more importantly, the Pendulum Master of Pendulum Structure deck, I believe it is, on December 8th. But whether or not this or Heavy Storm, the reason people say this over Heavy Storm is that Heavy Storm can blow up your own scales so that you can set new ones to do more shenanigans, and even better, Pendulum summon the monsters that were previously in your scales if you want to use their monster effects. So Feather Duster is better because it clears the opponent's board but doesn't let you go off like crazy, which is crazy to think about. I can't believe we got to a point in the metagame where Feather Duster is more balanced than Heavy Storm, but whatever. Feather Duster could come back if we are going to get massive back row removal, assuming they don't print a new card that does back row. I don't know. For cards to come off the ban list, and by ban list I mean banned, Super Poly could probably come back. It would give Shadows a bit of a boost. It depends. I think if they're going to give Super Poly back, you're going to see El Shaddoll go down to 1 for sure, or something to that effect, but Super Poly could probably come back now that Shadows aren't the tier 1 running wild. And the other insane thing that OCG did, they brought Gateway of the 6 to 2. Now, that's crazy. Gateway's a broken as hell card that generates too much advantage for no particular reason. The thing is, Gateway is not searchable, 6 Samurais are not competitively meta, and they're just, but you could argue they're not meta because they don't have their Gateway. Gateway Samurais are a completely different thing than just 6 Samurais, so it'll be interesting. If the TCG copies it, they'll put it to 1 and you'll see what happens. I kind of doubt this will happen. I think the TCG wants it dead, seeing as how the OCG just put it to 1 and TCG banned it. But it could happen. In my opinion, if they're going to bring something off of ban list, it's going to be either Zen Mighty or Gateway of the 6 if they copy that. And then if not one of those two, it'll be Feather Duster one of these days at some point. But I'd say Zen Mighty, then Duster, then Gateway. I could be wrong. We'll find out. And then finally, other things. OCG did bring Crush Card Virus up to 2. We could see it go up to 2. I don't know. It is seeing play in things like Burning Abyss, so you never know. But it is something that could happen. Gear Gia Gear won't make a damn impact. It can come up. Spellbook of Fate could go up to 2 just to give spellbooks a boost, and as always, Hornet can come up to 2, maybe even Dragonfly, depending on how nice Konami is. I kind of want just more Hornet, less Dragonfly. My take on it. If Rescue Rabbit went to 2, that would not be the end of the world. Dino Rabbit isn't really a thing anymore, particularly Macro Rabbit. And finally, this thing can come up to 3 after like 2, almost 3 years on a ban list that it didn't need to be on. So it's not doing much at 2, it won't do much at 3. Sure, Red Eyes can use it, but the rulers are banned. This guy can come back without a doubt. So that's that. That is our look at the October/fall ban list for the 2015 era of Yu-Gi-Oh! Let me know what you guys think. Probably going to disagree with me on something like Reasoning or Emergency Teleport. I can easily see that. But the fact of the matter is the meta has remained more or less stale. The only new deck that really came in and did anything was Cosmo, and you might argue that they're too new off the gate and they're going to be freshly getting support in Dimensions of Chaos, so then why would they want to hit Cosmo? They're just getting their money off of this archetype. Yada yada. Let me know what you guys think. Do you feel we're going to copy the OCG again? Do you think we're going to get something crazy off the ban list like always? All that fun stuff. Thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you next time on YGO Strats.